able to see the comments, and I don't know what your screen looks like. Can you see the little person icon up there?
I can see a little person and I can see a thumbs up.
Yep, no one just thumbs us up.
Ooh.
We'll wait for people to come in. It was so funny. So like every time my boss leaves, he turns the light switch off. That turns the lights off in the garage. And I'm plugged in. Hi Rick. I'm plugged in to that same like plug. So like the lights have to be on for me to get power. And every
No.
time he leaves, every single time he leaves, no matter if it's the middle of summer or the middle of winter, he shuts the lights off.
Oh, helpful.
And yeah, it's like he's not doing it to be mean, but he just forgets.
Yeah.
But
Put a little sticker
so
on it saying do not turn me off.
well, I told another guy, the guy who's like going to be taking over, and he thinks it's funny every single time my boss turns it off, so he just doesn't say shit. So I watched him walk out, and they turned the light off, and he looked at me and smiled, and then they drove away.
Oh
Like,
no.
I had to
Dude,
go make a coffee anyways. And the only reason why we're late is because I left the creamer in the fridge inside.
is it a liquid creamer or is it powder creamer?
It's liquid. It's peppermint.
I'm sorry, wait, what? You've got
Peppermint creamer.
flavored.
It's
I
so
don't know how
good.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's peppermint mocha.
Wait, mocha is coffee and chocolate, and then
I
peppermint.
believe so. Yeah.
That's, that's a lot for my brain to compute. I like just standard
What?
coffee or a vanilla shot. That makes more sense.
Well, it's crazy because anybody that I tell that like I'll only drink coffee if it's like peppermint creamer. Now like if I have to make an exception, like sometimes I'm somewhere where they don't have peppermint creamer and I have to figure something else out. I could deal with it, but if I don't have to, I won't. And sometimes I will like like today I couldn't make coffee in here because I forgot to buy fucking coffee. But I have two things of peppermint creamer. And what's awesome is my boss's wife, she's technically a boss too, my boss. But hey, I
Hey,
love coffee too. Coffee gang. You know what I'm
coffee.
saying? Let's go. Anyways, my boss's wife.
Is that your signal or my signal? No.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. I was like, is it?
What in the fucking shit was that?
I was just gonna say, what's going on? There's some like voodoo shit going on.
You know what? So van life talk. I have my front window covering up, but on one side of it is reflecting. So I don't know if it's reflecting the fucking service back down.
I don't think that would happen.
Okay, Elon. Sorry, dog. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, then I have. Then fuck. I don't know.
It was just, hey, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. You're wrong. You're wrong. You idiot.
I'll just put on my tinfoil hat and then I'll deflect all the frequencies and radiations.
Oh, dude. No, it's funny. I just dipped my string into the coffee cup and then I touched it and it was wet.
Suck it.
Whoa. Anyways, dude, dude. Oh, this is a different kind of a guest than my previous two. So, for anybody just watching, to the untrained American ear, Wanda here, El Van Life Wanda. By the way, first of all, did she go away?
I'm still here. Your phone. I'm gonna break it. I don't know if anybody can see me, but his phone's having a hissy fit right now. It needs some
What
attention.
is going on?
Your phone is asking for some attention.
Oh my
Billy,
gracious.
Billy, 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 Billy.
All right. So if that happens again, I didn't mean to. Everybody, something's weird's going on. We're gonna keep going, and
Let's keep going on. Maybe it's
yeah,
my cat. It's with my cat for Halloween.
yeah, man, weird start. Perhaps YouTube sees how much Wanda is swearing up a damn storm. I think we're past it anyway. It only looks like we've only been live for 30 seconds because we've had to reset twice. Anyways, back to what I was saying. To the untrained American ear, our friend Wanda here, fucking Wanda, uh, sounds like she's a British chav. However,
Hey, hey,
she,
hey, hey!
hey,
Whoa!
hey, let me
Rude.
finish, ma'am.
No,
Hey,
don't know.
Billy's here. Billy's here, and Buddha's here. I must have missed them when I died. Anyways, so Wanda sounds like a she's a British chav, but she's not British like some of our other friends. Where are you from?
South Africa.
How- South Africa. What's your favorite part about it? Obviously, I've never been out of the country, so I've never been there.
Well, I was born outside Joburg, or as the rest of the world says, Johannesburg. But lived in Durban. But my favourite place to go back to when I go home now is going towards the eastern, going towards the Cape Town area. Colder waters, but it's just so much more beautiful. I don't know. There's just something about it. It's pretty cool. Still the same amount of sharks.
Sharks.
There's a span of sharks.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's bigger ones down there. Don't the ones? Isn't there a place in South Africa where it's like the place that they jump out of the water?
Do you know
Like,
something I don't know?
I think I probably definitely know a lot of things you don't know.
I mean, it's pretty common to go towards the Cape and have a lot more great whites, which I've been free diving with the sharks over there, and it's pretty scary. But I'm yet to see a shark jump out of water.
Yeah, well, they do. So like, so that's like by J Bay, and there's another one, right? There's another one. What's the other famous spot?
Oh well, you go from Durban all the way down past Port Shepstone. Then there's PE. You've got Knysna. You've got uh yeah, J Bay, there's Hermanus. I'm going to be skipping between the two. My brain's just remembering the first ones that come up. But Hermanus, you can go whale watching from there. I can't think. But J Bay is the predominant spot where they go do the surf competitions.
Yeah, that's like the
Like,
most well-known one.
that's the most well-known one to international people because obviously all the top surfers go there for the comps,
Right.
like aka Kelly Slater and all of them lot.
Did you ever surf there?
I attempted it. I had sunstroke and then I was in bed for 3 days.
Oh my god. So, so all you needed was some sunblock then, eh? Or a hat. It would have been a great time. I just
Oh,
this this dude that I know, not a good surfer at all, but he's like got a ton of money, so he's like been to all the big surf places. And he was telling me that like at J Bay where you have to paddle out when it's like not huge, but like a normal kind of a big size, it's kind of precarious, like where you have to walk out and paddle out and everything.
that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of places along the coastline where you do risk yourself because there's a lot of rock walking to get to where you want to surf to. So
Right.
there's a lot of risk taking, definitely. It's not like
Yeah.
some of the places here where you can just paddle up next to a pier or get sucked in that take you through and stuff like that. There's not a lot of that. Well, I haven't seen a lot of that. It is literally just climbing on rocks, diving in, and hoping for the best that you're not going to get smashed up.
Yeah. There's a couple places like that out here on the lakes, but it's more like it's things that weren't made to be jumped off of while there's waves, like they're jetties and piers to like help break the water for the boats and shit. So it's not what they were made for, but it's not like it's dangerous like out there.
No.
It's so different.
Having a few more of those jetties over there would be handy, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I always think like there are some days where I'll watch like ocean surfers and stuff, and it's like the waves look really similar, but then on big days, like you can't compare the two.
When are you gonna go and surf in the ocean?
I don't know. Whenever I hit a $12,000 scratch off ticket, so hopefully maybe later
Not loads
today.
of people you can go visit within a
What?
reasonable. There's lots of people within a reasonable driving time that you can go visit and do this.
Yeah, there is. There
Mm.
is. But it's like what Grom said about my wetsuit. Why spend all this money fixing the shitty wetsuit that's going to go bye-bye already? It's just easier to spend like a little bit of money driving to like Indiana to surf on the lake than it is to like wait and save like an adult and then go somewhere like kind of farther away, you know? It's just easier. But I'll do it, you know?
Oh, there you go. Look, come to Florida.
Right, right. But see, Cockney Buddha told me that in Florida they have neighborhood associations and they don't like people with vans.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Hi,
Is
Dan.
that
No, I'm
real?
just kidding. He didn't say those exact things. That's just kind of what my brain heard. But yeah, I think Florida's the call because even already like I'm already dreading the cold. But I have some van life friends. Hey, Grom and Dan popping in together.
And Dan.
We I have some van life friends that are going out to New Jersey in next month, and um they said I could tag along.
Okay.
So
Good. That'd be
that's a
awesome.
maybe.
That should be more than a maybe. That should be just do it.
Yeah, and I can. I mean, you know how life is over here for the old chill. Do what I want. But I have been making more adult decisions lately. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been like using my brain, thinking more long term, as it were. But for those who didn't know, Wanda is actually my online mistress. It's like a online therapist. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But but I the only reason why I said that is because she's actually like helped out a lot since Bear unfortunately kicked the bucket. So this was kind of like because we've had yes, Wanda is an absolute legend. So I kind of wanted just to like have you on, obviously, because I've had a couple people on and it's just cool. I want to have everybody on my lives, but also because everybody in the group has been very supportive. But I think our friend Wanda here might win the supportive trophy, at least for me, because she's made a very big effort and I appreciate it. So I just wanted to tell you thank you in front of a whole bunch of people. Just so you feel appreciated as what's up, Matt? As I appreciate you. So I
No
figured
thanks required at all, honestly. Just
yeah.
do.
I feel like it's well, one because like we're van life people without like, and we don't live with other human beings, sort of. But then at the same time, we like I'm alone now, but it's really not. I could go get Arlo anytime I wanted, and have a night with her, or whatever. But you're with your dogs all the time, and I'm with my dogs all the time, and I think you just know. And I'm pretty sure everybody in the group is animal people, but so Billy asked you, have you surfed in Long Beach, South Africa?
No, I haven't.
No.
I haven't served it, but it's epic. What?
Yeah, I know I could go out there. But man, going to California is crazy. You got to assume just like I would have to save just to hang out there for a while, between gas and stuff like that. But all of those things are definitely a thing, you know? I can't
You
say too
should,
much.
you should
What?
do. You should definitely grab the opportunity and go surf some ocean surf.
Yeah.
Because with the knowledge that you've got and that you've learned over this whole period of time, becoming as good as you have and knowledgeable of the lake surfing, imagine what you could take in from going and doing some ocean surfing and putting that together.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny you say that because they just had this surf competition yesterday, and boy, did they go to a terrible spot. Like, all they had to do is fucking ask me. I said that looks like a pretty dumb spot to bring every fucking lake surfer around and go there, but
Why was it so
whatever.
bad?
The it's fucking dead on shore. When you look at the map, you know how when wind is like, so like here's the shore, and then the wind was just doing this, like the arrows were pointing right at the shore. That's like day one of reading waves. I'm like,
Oh, you should
boys
have
and girls.
you should have gone there with a megaphone and been like, "This is a mistake. You shouldn't be doing this."
Yeah.
Go
Well,
now.
see, here's what I did. I had a slight lapse in new cam. I call this new cam since I met Steve Cockney Buddha because I try to be a better person, you know. So I had a slight lapse in there when I saw because I didn't even know about this freaking competition until 2 weeks ago, but they've been posting all over Instagram. So once I found out, I went on there and I was like looking at it and I was like, and I typed on there, don't go to South Haven. But then I was like, wait a second. Wait a second here. If I say that, maybe they will, you know? So I deleted my comment, which was good because like I only left that comment to be a dick. And so like I should have never left the comment to be in the first place. Let's be honest here. However, I left it and then um, I thought, don't be well, I didn't think don't be a dick. I think don't ruin your own spot. But then in turn, I just wasn't a dick too, you know. My buddy Big Z asked you a question.
What's that?
Do you name the surf spots like I do? You know,
Yes.
like
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Put like Billy Bay and all that. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's not just surf spots. It's spots that I like to go paddleboard or swim or attempt surfing. They all get their own little names, definitely. Like the shit spot, the good spot, nothing exciting.
do you name the places that you park?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've screenshot all the areas that I go to on my phone because when you screenshot it on the iPhone and you push the picture up, it shows you um the what's
like
the
like the map, the GPS.
coordinates, yeah, of where you are, but it also allows you to then write a name in. So it's got a quick name, and then I save it to an album, so I can just say the name, and then my phone will just pop up the picture, and then I can where to go.
Yeah. So that's a kind of a good segue. Like so, Tori has the ask Grom to tell you what Tori does because it's she might as well be some sort of a KGB agent or a fucking M5 operative if you ask Grom what the fuck Tori does. I made that mistake. And boy, is it an unusual answer. He doesn't really know. I have asked Tori myself. I prefer Grom's answer, personally. However, Tori is I guess like if let's say you're a shitty influencer, right? And you're like, I just want to be an influencer, and you got a ton of money, but you suck at it. You know what I'm saying? You go find yourself a fucking Tory, and she does other things. She what was that guy that you trained the other day? Was his name Charles or some shit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fucking, she trains the Charleses to do lots of to not be an idiot on the telephone or in real life. She teaches you how to not be a dumbass and
Actually, no, no,
makes
no,
people
no,
like you.
dick.
What? What?
I said I teach how you don't be a dick.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, anyways, I was telling you that because Tori's awesome with like social media shit and really technologically savvy. And I wish I would have thought about this because that the King Chuck little picture you made, and then you made another one that was I can't remember what it said. I wish I would have had those pulled up so I could have shown them. But yeah, no, you do good on that social media shit. Cape Epic? Have you ever heard of Cape Epic? Billy wants to know.
Cape Epic. No, I don't know Cape Epic.
Mountain bike race in South Africa.
Cape Epic. No,
Oh, the Cape Epic. So I guess that's the name of the race.
no, I don't know it. I'll look it up.
Sorry. So, how long have you been living in a van?
Just going over 2.5 years.
Right on.
And
I
my
think
mate,
I'm close to that.
huh?
I said I think I'm pretty close to that.
How long have you been in the van then?
Maybe 2.5, 2 years, something like that. Maybe a little more.
Why did you go into a van?
Surfing, really. I was, just kind of floating. This thing won't go away.
Sorry, I'll just
Wait,
disappear.
wait, sorry. Um, yeah, mostly surfing, but it's just like I don't know. I just I got that weird kind of a brain. This makes way more sense to me than like let's say I lived in a house, right? And I was an adult
Yeah,
and I had to buy a water heater because my water heater fucking broke in my house. Or
right.
like or interchange that with shingles. Or if
Okay.
I had to have someone come fucking power wash my driveway. That would give me a fucking headache. That would piss me off. But when I can justify having two vans that have more. They've got a lot of rust on both of these vans. I'm not gonna lie, and I can. This makes more sense to me than me ever going to uh to getting in touch with someone to buy siding or some
Mm.
shit. Like I'm really good at cutting grass, but never do I ever.
And liking
Exa- Yes, very good. So very good at that too. That could be one of my best traits, my skills.
You need to fix
But
that
yeah, yeah, it's not a cigarette, kids. It's marijuana.
It's the good.
It's some good shit. Yeah, it's legal here in Michigan if you're 21 and up. And I know I don't look 21 and up, but I'm almost 40.
No, I thought you were 29.
Nope, 37. But I think the screen doesn't do me justice because man, a lot of times I look at myself and I'm getting some city miles.
City
You
miles?
know? Yeah, the hard ones.
No.
Highway, yeah. So in America, we judge by how you look and we put that in terms of driving. So like highway miles are nice and easy. Put that shit on cruise control. But you get into the city, Tori. Oh shit! Damn it, Grom. I'm gonna blame Grom because he said it. He said it right there. I'm looking at the comments. Anyways, Wanda. Anyways, Wanda. You get into the city and it's bumper to bumper. You got someone on your ass. You're on someone's ass. And I know for you that sounds like a good night out, but I'm telling you, when you're in your car, it's
No.
not.
No.
No, no.
No.
All right. But you do have a bigger van, so maybe the bumper to bumper isn't your style. But I'm telling you, I'm getting some city miles on the old face.
Well, you
Creeping
don't.
on 40. Grom, do you think Grom should change his channel when he turns 40? Or do you think it should just be like 30-year-old Grom and that's just what it is and
I think you
that's
should
just
just
what it is? Just the Grom.
just the Grom.
Just the Grom. I'm good with whatever. I don't like change, so he could be a 50-year-old Grom named the 30-year-old Grom and I'd be okay with it?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't. I mean, he should just leave it as it is. That's what it's set up as, and I think that's what it should be. So.
I agree. I
Mhm.
agree. Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna. I really want to shave the
Also, wait,
beard.
What's that? Grom said you're gonna shave your beard, or looking forward to you shaving your beard.
Well, I mean,
What?
I
What?
thought about
What?
doing it
What?
for I
What?
thought about doing it for a charity, and if I shave everything, I'm gonna leave this.
I
But
could not have
dude,
a beard.
dude, it just scares me kind of to even think about it because it's been so long. Like, there's my chin. Wait,
Pull it back like that. Pull it back.
we'll put it in this thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. I think I'll be alright.
This is the terrible gauge for if it'll look good or not. The hell are you talking about, woman? Jesus. Again, okay, so I'll do it for two. Why it will? Yeah, dude, I don't want to look like I'm 12 though. I don't want to look like I'm 12, looking like I got city miles on my face.
You
So
won't
I'll
12.
do this. What?
You won't look 12.
12 teen.
No, like early 30s.
So I'd shave the beard for a couple reasons. Um mainly, and like I would take money, believe me, I would. I have a price, but if I could do it to help somebody else, I would. So I would do it for that, or I
Okay.
would do it for a lot of subscribers. And
Okay.
if
Okay. So what if we get you to how many subscribers that you would shave it off? Like, what's the number?
um I don't know, it doesn't have to be 100,000,
Not a
but
lot.
like, no, if how many people are on the planet?
A lot.
Yeah,
A
and
lot.
like
I don't know.
think about where I
Shall
don't
we?
know.
Shall we go for like 5,000?
We
Let it go.
could. Wait,
Let it
wait, wait.
go. Let
First,
it go. Grom says
seven point seven point
7.5.
five billion.
Jesus. So what?
Man,
You
I
want
could.
5% of that to follow you?
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
that's not even really asking a lot if you think about
I'll
it.
be dead by that point, so that's a.
Yeah. I mean, 750. Damn you, Dan.
He has high standards going there for you.
Yeah.
I think
And
I
it's
agree. I agree. 1,000. I know 1,001, and then you can because you always lose the one and you gain one back. So I'll say 1,000.
right. Yeah. 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 You guys will just get a bunch of people to subscribe real quick and then say you can unsubscribe afterwards. That's
Watch it.
another thing that
Let him
I
do it.
don't know who. First of all, anybody in here that's not subscribed to Wanda's channel, go do it. It's
I,
another one of those channels. If you watch her channel, it's just like the
I don't do lots
potential.
on, I don't do lots on YouTube. I spend my time on the cult side, Instagram.
Yeah, but with a couple of shorts, and that's the thing. You don't put any effort into the shit you do.
That
Like,
that short I put on of me walking through the water, it got like 9,500 views or something. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm sniggering walking through the water. Why the heck is anybody watching this?
I thought the fucking short of you, in the in the little old person cart. I thought that was gonna do it. I was like, that's what I told you. I was like, dude, if you put a short with your face on it right after that, everyone would be like, they'd be like, what the fuck is this? And they'd be like, oh damn it, she's a babe, and then fucking subscribe to it. See,
No,
and like, it's okay. You don't have to see, and this is weird because it's like you don't want to use your advantage. Like you don't like you're just trying to.
if I put up half the silly shit I go up to, people would just be like, "You're so weird," and I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I have got some issues."
right. Yeah, but you should do that. Oh man, I wish I could turn. I wish I could spin the thing around. There's a freaking cross country race going on. Oh man, it's high school kids. Boy,
Oh,
that's funny,
oh no.
huh? It's funny because there's people golfing, and these these people are running around the course.
Are you at work?
I
Are you
kind of
parked
live
at
here
work?
too.
Are
Yeah.
you parked at work? I didn't know if you're parked at the beach or if you're at work.
No, I was gonna surf, and then I just went to the gym, and I hadn't eaten all day, so I got that feeling like,
I got a feeling.
yeah, or it's more like, oh fuck, I got that feeling,
Yeah,
like I
did you
might
eat?
pass out.
Yeah, don't do
I
that.
did eat. I had some Popeyes. I had a
What's
chicken
Popeyes?
bacon. It's like a chicken place, and it's funny because the first live I did when Grom smashed his own face with his hand, that day I did I ate Popeyes too. So it's like I don't know why that means it's
Is
like a
that
live thing.
or a McDonald's or something? Is it like a
Yeah,
takeaway?
it's like
Oh,
KFC.
okay.
It's like
Yeah.
a little bit different than KFC. It's a little bit more hood KFC. If KFC had a couple of misdemeanors. If the colonel if the colonel got caught fucking selling a little bit of weed. Just a little bit though, not a bunch. He would
No,
then be Popeyes. But I
Popeyes.
I prefer Popeyes
If
to KFC.
I ever visit America again, I'm gonna try some.
Yeah, it's good. I get a number 3 with macaroni and cheese. And then I get a lemonade. If I'm feeling spicy, I get a lemonade because it's not pop. And then
How spicy?
I put one of my fancy boy waters in the lemonade so it's like fucking so it's all flavored and shit. Hey,
Okay.
someone's driving. Hold on, someone's driving around here. Wonder what they're doing. We have these two gas pumps at work. So like we have diesel and gas just right here. And we turn them off when everybody leaves and shit, but there's been a couple of times where random ass cars will drive like if I don't lock the gate, they'll like drive down our service road and every time I'm like they're trying to steal some fucking gas or something, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Rude,
know if they are or not.
rude.
I I get all weirded out, but
What? So can you fill up with gas at work?
I can't. I mean, I guess I could ask and you could, but
Mm,
I don't. I'm sure that it's well, one of the I don't know if the diesel or the gas. I can't see the things right now. One of the two says for off-road use, but I don't know what that means either. I don't know if the diesel it must be the regular gas.
people watching, what does that mean?
Yeah. Well, cuz I remember last winter, right when this van was dead, but after I got that one, we had this huge blizzard and my boss told me to fill this van up with diesel. So I guess that tank I can use that diesel for this van.
Mhm. You could
But
do.
I don't know. Yeah, good to know. And I
Right.
think huh?
2 vans, 1 man. What are you gonna do with the 2 vans? You gonna keep
I'm a
both
multi
or
yeah, I
gonna
think so. I'm a multiple
build up?
property owner if you think about it.
Yeah.
What every woman desires. Not only do I have two vehicles, but I have
Own
two
2
homes. Yeah, yeah. If my invisible woman gets mad at me, she could go sleep in the other van. And the best part about it is I have heaters for both and an extension cord long enough, but it's just right there. It's right there. No big deal. So yeah,
homes.
probably honestly, I would love something that I could stand up in. And the more I think about it, like having a not a trailer, but like a camper, like a pull behind or something. That makes honestly the most sense to me now because if you get the right size, they have showers and all of the things and a lot of them can get pulled by most vehicles, you know what I'm saying? So like
Okay, that sounds
if
cool.
I didn't want a van and there's like this dude, well, I don't know exactly what he does, but he's got to be a local human being because I see him a lot, but he has a camper and a van. So like off-road diesel is dyed red so they can tell if you're using it on the road. Oh,
Oh,
Dan said that. Yeah, right on. and our shit is red, so that's the thing. Yeah. Fucking smart, Wanda. Way to ask these smart bastards. Fuck yeah. Dude, I wish I could do the King Chuck filter on a live. A whole live with King Chuck. Like, take off your shirt, Wanda. Fuck me. Holy bloody cunts. Fucking hell. Bloody shit. Is it weird living in so like when you moved from South Africa to Jolly London, was it like the way that they talk, is it different from like well obviously it's different, but it's a lot
I
more different from how Americans talk.
had I only had 3 days or 4 days preparation to leave South Africa to come to England because I basically went. I was 17 and a bit, and I went to a gig, Rodriguez, if anybody knows him, Sugar Man, and came back from the gig 3 days later and walked into my parents' house, and my mum and dad handed me this envelope, and I was like, "What's this?" And they said, "Oh, it's the early birthday present," and I'm like, let's see, it's March. My birthday's in August. This seems quite an early time to give me a birthday present. And they were like, yeah, you should open it. So I opened it up and it was a one-way ticket to England. And I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, you got to leave. Parents have had enough. And so I didn't have much time. And when I arrived, after smoking and drinking myself silly in the plane, because in those days you could still smoke and drink in the plane quite heavily, and no one would really care what you did. And I got off the plane stinking and steaming after playing cards and stuff with this guy next to me. And my aunt and uncle picked me up, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." And it was grey, like it is every other day in this country. And yeah, at first there was some accents that you couldn't really like hear, and there was lots of people you would hear them talk, and you know how you build up an image of what somebody might look like in your head before you see them, and then you see them, and you go, "Huh, wasn't expecting that." I did a lot of that. um, but then I wasn't around for very long because after a couple of months they made me homeless anyway, so that's fine. Um, and then I tried to go back to South Africa, so that didn't really work out. And then I went to live in Ireland and lived in Dublin. And I went with some girls, but they departed and worked in some gothic clubs and some bars. And it was a very, very crazy time. Very crazy. That was before Ireland went into the euro, and it was still back in the day when it was the punts, when it was still cheap and acceptable to drink out. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was alright. I didn't stay
I
there for
bet
too.
that the Irish culture is probably
It
a
was a
lot different from the South African culture compared to how the English culture is compared to the South African culture.
so different. Like, first of all, I had the technicality of talking to people. I couldn't understand hardly anybody. It took ages to like get the lingo and understand through them. Then there was also, I remember this one day, I'd only been there like 4 weeks or 5 weeks, and I was behind the bar, I was busy pouring a pint, and the boss came in, and there was this whole parade walking down O'Connell Street, and he went, right, you, and you, English, South Africa, out the back, go have a fag break. And we were like, what's going on? He's like, the Irish people see you in here, you're going to be a shit. I don't want that on my hands. Get out the back. I was like, oh, okay. So I went outside and had a pint of the fag because I didn't know what was really going on, history and all that. So then
Yeah.
that was all passed, and then we resumed back to normal. And then it got to the point where I was just like, I wasn't really sleeping a lot. There was a lot more living out, going out and living the most obnoxious, crazy lifestyle possible. And then went over and lived in Holland, just past Eindhoven, and landed up working on a farm. And I was told when I was going there that, don't worry, you're going to be looked after. Everyone's English. It's a great place, and it's going to be cool. And then I got there, and they're like, right, give us your passport. And then you go to the back of the farmer's house, and there was all these chalets in like a horseshoe shape, with this tiny little pond in the middle. And there was eight, I think 8 people per chalet, and every one of those fuckers was Polish. And I knew nothing about Polish. I'd never met a Polish person. So I walked into my little dorm place. I was like, hi. And they all just looked at me with their vodka. Cześć. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. And then
Damn.
spent loads of time on my knees. Bad way. I was farming for lettuce. So
Oh
you
my
spend
god.
like 14 hours a day on your knees, like just cutting lettuce. Just- It took me about 6 years after that to eat fucking lettuce in a burger again because I fucking hate the shit.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I could see that. Holy shit.
But they taught me to drink vodka and I taught them to do bongs. So it was a nice exchange of relationships, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Just pass along the dysfunction, you know?
Basically. Yeah. Yeah, it was
Dude,
cool.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a crazy, crazy few years. And then landed up in good old Brighton. So it was alright.
What year did you leave South Africa?
The 18th of March 1998. Uh,
Dang.
yeah. And then in between all that traveling around, and then I moved to Brighton December 2005. So between 98 and 2005 was a mixture of, yeah, the Holland Island and trying to go home and not being allowed to, coming back.
Yeah, I moved from Denver to Michigan in 2005.
How was that?
It was good. I only left. It was crazy. I was on probation for some dumb, just always getting caught with weed and booze. So they just would like keep revoking and reinstating my probation. So finally, when I was 18, I like got it all figured out, and my friends were just like getting into like really hard drugs, like not coke, and we would do a lot of coke and ecstasy, but they were getting into like heroin and meth and just like shit that you don't really come back from, sort of. And it's just a weird subconscious thing, kind of like the day that I went to rehab was like a weird thing where I was just, it's like looking back, it was like almost autopilot. But I just decided to move away from Denver, and I told all my friends one day, and nobody believed me. And the next day, because I went to my dad's mom's house, and I'd been going there for like every year for the whole summer. For my whole life for the whole summer, so it's not like I'd never been there. But that, like, I told my friends one day, and then the next day I was there, and then yeah, it was just weird.
What
It's
made
just like
at
you
that point? What made you at that point to like just switch? Like, what was that
switch
moment
what
you want to leave?
switch like to leave.
Yeah,
Again, it was more like it was just like happening, and I was just involved in it. There was no, I think my dad one wanted me to not be around, not because he didn't want me around, but just because like it was just not a good place for either of us to be at that time, and my mom was in a really bad place. And that was just more stable, I think, and we all kind of knew it. And then the reason why I left up there and I left northern Michigan and came to the lower peninsula was just because I was drinking so much and my family didn't want to deal with me up there. So I came down here because my mom was here. But again, like all of these things were happening, and they were like supposed to, like, not, none of this shit could have happened without the other shit happening first, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And all of the big things that happened, they they sucked, and I had to deal with a lot. And I was dealing with everything without really anybody there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And but it was all just sort of happening to me, and I was just like, cuz you could fight it, obviously, like you could fight it, but you know,
Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird, you look back, I mean, and I guess it's, you got to make the right, when the choices are presented to you, I guess you got to take them. But it just feels like I look back and I'm like, man, doing the right thing was actually kind of easy. Like, it was like it might have sucked in that specific instance, just like this thing with Bear, like I look back on that day, every other day, I'm just like, God, like I'm so fucking glad I didn't wait till today. Cause then like what would he have been walking like? What would he have been doing this whole time? It's like, God, and like I hate to say it like that, but it's like maybe a miracle would have happened, and then he would have lived to be like what, like 15? 3 more years and shit. And it's like, dude, like it sucks, but it's like, man, that's just what it just is what it is. And like the day that I had to that Bear died or whatever, I messaged my friend, and he's like a pretty good friend still, sort of. We don't really talk, but he was like my best friend. And I was like, and he's been fucking up since I left, like before whatever. And I was like, dude, you got to get out here. And I just felt compelled to like try to tell him to come out and get away from Denver, and he could live in one of my vans.
You take it up on the offer? Is he gonna come visit?
No, fuck no. He opened that shit and never replied. Fucking loser. But
Oh,
whatever, And it is what it is. Like,
might still reply. You never know.
yeah. Or he can just, be a fucking loser, And it's just like, it is what it is. You can only do so much. But, man. So are you happy, like, that you're kind of a transplanted human being, like, in a completely different country? Or would you have rather stayed in South Africa this whole time?
So for the first 15 years or so after I got booted out, I carried a lot of hate, anger, and
Yeah, I
I
would have too. Fuck that shit.
I started smoking when I was 12. I was drinking from when I was 12, and I was just chaotic. And when I was really small, young, like 5, my parents took me to go see people to work out what was wrong with me. They were just like, "She's creative." No, but
It's true though.
it's y- if the teachers back then knew how to teach a certain way rather than just at you, I probably might have done a bit more paying attention and stayed in class rather than constantly being expelled, suspended, or told just please just don't come in and we'll tick you off the box that you did come in. You know.
Yeah,
But yeah, the first 15 years I carried a lot of like hate and resentment and stuff. But as I've got older and grown up, um, I kind of see, or I do see what my family was doing, and I understand. But for me, what would have been nice is I would have liked them to tried to have sat down and had the chat with me and say, look, we want to send you over to UK. Maybe things will be better for you over there and you can go and try do new things. There's not a lot happening here in South Africa for you. It's going to get worse. And have that talk, and then maybe I would have stormed out and had an argument with them, but I would have at least felt like I was part of that conversation rather than them controlling and telling me what I am going to be doing and then dropping me at the airport and then it's just off you go,
yeah,
off. And then next thing, my room's hired out, so they've got people paying rent. It's just like, yeah. So yeah,
yeah.
but
That
but
was a
now
different time too.
the nice
What's
thing
that?
now the nice thing is now that I'm older, much older, I have a much better relationship with my parents, and I can see what mum. It was more mum than dad. What she was trying to do. So you just when you're young, you
Yeah,
don't acknowledge what people are trying to do you? You see the worst or something.
it's more. Yeah, everything's based on emotions for the most part when you're younger. It's crazy because I feel a lot the same way. Less my parents never set me one way, and they did the best that they could for sure. And I think it was just times have changed so much between when they were kids and and then when I was born. Each of their sets of parents were so different that I can look back and be like, they did pretty fucking good with the hand for which they were dealt. But you did say something about teachers, and that's a whole different thing because I am like really like I could do a lot. I fucking quit drinking without police or like people saying I'm gonna do this or yada yada. taught myself to fucking surf at the ripe old age of 30 fucking 3. You know, I all I eat is nacho burgers and I'm in decent shape for an old fuck. But like I look back and learning was so fucking hard. And I'm trying to figure it out. It's like when one person can do this and do so many things, like tangible shit, do these things, I did them. But it was fucking impossible for me to learn fucking algebra.
Mm.
I'm like, there's no thing. So like I don't know what school is now. Obviously I don't have kids and shit, but if they're trying to do the same fucking shit as when they were doing, I remember they taught sex ed and I was in fucking fifth grade. Fifth fucking grade. They taught me sex ed. And I didn't know shit about my credit until I fucked it up.
Yeah, they
It was,
for
it
me
was
there was
crazy.
nothing substantial there. So if you're not gonna teach something of interest to me, then I didn't stay in class. So
Yeah, I gotta like touch stuff or do something.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't just sit there and be talked at and shit. It's
yeah,
just, and like, I don't know, like, there's nothing, you don't really learn that way in any other capacity other than like when you're young and in school. Like, pretty much anything that you do in adult life, there's some form of like physical part to whatever process you're learning. And I think a lot of kids probably, I would assume they're still getting left behind. I think it's better now because like everybody's fucking included in everything, no matter what and who and when. And it's pretty frustrating on most fronts. But I think when you look at it like in an educational way, the more people that are included, the better for
mm,
sure.
yeah.
They tried to put me in a slow class one time, and I it was like a week that they left me in there, and even my mom was like, and like my mom was always kind of like go with the flow type shit, and even she was like, listen, it's like he just doesn't fucking care, like he doesn't need to be in this, you know. And it was like, you know, it sucks to be honest like that with yourself, but it was like, I know I don't have like any sort of a handicap, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't, and
if
I should fucking be there. And my mom was like, and I remember that day very vividly. It's like, gosh, like something's fucking wrong. Even when I was a little kid, like I'm not a big guy, but when I was a kid, I was a shrimp, and I was always playing hockey with dudes bigger. Like it was like, come on, man, like give the guy. He's not a slow person. Fucking take him out of this bullshit. Like one of my dad's claim to fame for me is like I was reading really early. I don't remember how early I was reading, but apparently I was a very smart fucking 2 year old. So I got that going for me.
you're still smart, we're all smart in different ways.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, shit, we almost hit an hour.
Oh, what?
Not
Wow.
bad.
I'm sorry, people.
I don't know. I wasn't watching the comments too much, but I'm sure they loved it. Well,
Oh
go
gosh.
subscribe to Wanda's channel.
It,
I tried to tag you in the title, but it wouldn't let me. So just search Vanlife Wanda.
no, don't.
Yeah, do it.
I,
And share, and I mean, like, it's just, you can tell if Wanda here put a little bit of effort in the old YouTubes, but I think it's one of those things like, uh, like really, really strong, tough guys don't go around talking shit to people. So, like, Wanda knows she could get 1,000 subscribers really easy if you put a little effort into it. So, but you just don't. Leave the subscribers to small guys like old Chill here.
I'm just lazy.
Yeah, literally. Daihatsu Dave, what's up?
So
Anyways, what?
if you could teleport zoom, to your 10-year-old self, what conversation would you have with your little 10-year-old self?
Man, I would have this. I would say the same shit. You
Mm.
know, I'd be like, man, I'd be like, listen, you little bastard. This is what I would say. All right. This is me talking to myself. I'd be like, listen here, you little bastard. You just smoke some weed and you do fun stuff. And don't be a bastard, you little dick. And I'd be like, and then I'd be like, make sure you wear your seatbelt and help old ladies across the street. And most of the time, just shut your stupid fucking mouth and try to be happy. And then I'll be like, "You're doing a good job," and then I would leave because if I could just go on to myself, and I would talk too much, say too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. And then you
What
would go.
about you?
I would tell myself to pay more attention and sit with dad with the electrics and to learn electric to be an engineer. But other than that, I would say enjoy the ride because where you land up is probably the best place you're going to be happy to be. Because this whole journey, as hard as it's been and weird it's been, and no handouts or anything, it's taught me how I am today, and I wouldn't be here at this time if I hadn't gone through everything. So the only thing I want to change is I would like to have paid more attention and become really good at electrics and fixing stuff because I'm only learning that stuff now. And I'm like, man, could you imagine what I could do if I'd had that knowledge before? It'd be so
Yeah,
good, so good.
yeah. Isn't it funny, when people ever ask me to fuck, someone asked me a really good question the other day. They said, "What does happiness look like?" I'm like, "Bitch,
Good.
like, you know,
My phone's
uh
gonna go.
oh,
I've got
you gotta
I've got
go."
no, I've got 20%.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, this chick was like, "What does happiness look like to you?" And I was
What does
like,
this look like?
"Yeah." I was like, "I'm fucking. Look at me. Like, I have shitty days and I have good days, and I'm peaceful. But like if I'm not gonna go changing shit. Give me a bunch of fucking money. That's all I need now, because I could live in a goddamn car. People say money can't buy happiness. I'm good. Give me that fucking cheddar, son. Give me them pence, playa. I need some pants, bro. Cause I'm happy as fuck. I look fucking homeless. Look at me. I
I
look homeless.
I
All I eat
always
is McDonald's and I have abs. I'm fucking happy as a motherfucker. Maybe my dog could have lived forever and I want a million bazillion fucking dollars. Then I'm good. But you
I
know
went
what happens when you tell that to people who aren't happy? They think
what?
you're a fucking they think you're on meth. That's not good because I kind of look like I'm on meth.
I'm always just homeless, and I forgot to take my van shoes off earlier because I went to Tesco's for my folks because Mum's not very well, and I went to the shop in my little fluffies. The amount
Yeah.
of stares I got from people just like looking and
In
looking.
America, we call those Crocs.
These are not Crocs. These are just some foamy, comfy winter slip-ons. They're not Crocs. Crocs
I
would be
had
about
furry
8 pounds.
Crocs.
Those are about 6.
Yeah, yeah. I
Well,
like the 6 pound Crocs.
yeah, so do I. Because I'm cheap.
Yeah. Well, I lost one Croc. So think about having one furry Croc. Think about that. Dude, and for the longest time, I kept my furry Croc. And I always had, because I was like, I don't remember where the fuck was I when I lost the right Croc. They were brown with cream fur. I lost my brown Croc. So I kept the other one because, like, where was I when I had another pair of shoes and my Crocs? Not a lot of places. This was pre van life, dude. So I had one. And I think, see, the difference between yours and Crocs is they have that slingshot in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope I hope you guys have a good night. Make sure to subscribe to Wanda's channel or else. And I
Let's
believe this Friday,
1,000. Let's get you to 1,000.
yeah, I'm gonna shave my beard at 1,000 subscribers. So do that. I'll do that shit at 1,000 subscribers too, especially if it happens
Pay
quickly.
1,000 for like a week. It can't just be 1,000 for a day. It has to be 1,000 for a week or more.
Yeah, yeah. It's got to be like 48 hours at least. And I think Grom's doing a live again on Friday, but I don't know. And I got a bunch of Chill Adventures episodes coming out soon. And I hope everybody has a great evening. You got anything for them?
Just thanks for watching this random chat.
You did a great job.
I didn't know. Like, when you said about doing it, then I was like, what have I signed up for? Why am I doing this? What are we going to talk about? And my
I
brain,
can't believe you said yes.
because I've got
I can't
ADHD
believe you said.
and I also found out I'm on the autism spectrum. My brain just went into overload and was like, and I was like, fuck.
I can't believe you said yes. I'm
Sorry.
glad you said yes, and thank you for saying yes. I saw Grom say he's still not sure if uh that donate the Crocs to a one-legged person. Fucking Daihatsu Dave. I don't know where the croc is now. It's in my storage unit somewhere. I know for a fact I didn't throw the croc away because in my
You
brain I'm
find
like,
that croc and you find a one-legged man and you need to make sure it's the right foot for the leg and
well,
donate.
yeah. You know what else? I wish there was a dude in here in the chat earlier, and his name is Big Z. He gave me a wooden shoe because we're really close to a town called Holland, and there's a lot of Dutch people in Holland. And no, do you know what I'm saying? And so he gave me this fucking wooden shoe. And what I should do now, if they're fucking opposite feet, I
Oh
should
my
wear the furry croc and the wooden shoe. Cause dude, that wooden shoe fits my foot, bro. That
That
shit fits.
that must be the most uncomfortable fucking shoe to wear. A wooden shoe.
It is.
Why would you do
Yeah.
that? Why?
Yeah, there's a lot of arch support. It's the most supportive shoe in the it's like standing on the stump of an oak tree. It's so supportive. Yeah, dude, there's Big Z. Dude, he fucking gave me that shoe.
Oh, like
That's so sick you're still in here. Dude, if I find that croc, I'm about to only wear the one croc in the wooden shoe around town. And it would suck if if the wooden shoe is a righty. Because you can't drive with a wooden shoe these days. That's like 1800 shit.
who tried? Oh yeah, rules.
Think about it'd be all slippy.
Break out
Well,
the.
maybe only on my busted ass vehicles because I don't have the rubber parts on the pedals anymore. It's just metal. That's
That's
straight metal, son.
that's illegal. You can get done for that over here. So, would you class this as a clog?
That's a
Clog?
croc.
This is not a croc. It is
That's
not
a
a croc.
Tesco. That's
It
a Tesco version croc right there. That's a Tesco croc.
fuck off. Pound shop. No, it's
A
it's
pound
not.
croc.
Not a. It's not crop. Crop. Croc. No. Clog. Clog.
It could be a clog. It could be a furry clog. I prefer croc.
Fuck's sake. All right. We'll go with fairy.
What?
We're gonna. My, what did I say?
I don't know. They're getting hard on the chats now. It's a slipper.
A slipper.
It's a slipper.
For me, a slipper is something that has no tread and is
You wear it to the ball
no
in a
man.
gown. In a gown.
No, yeah, like a bathroom gown, not a ballroom gown.
I've never heard of a bathroom gown before. This is another English ass term I've never heard. That
Which
sounds like some shit Mario would say. A bathroom gown. I can't. That's a hard thing to say in English. In British, I mean. A bathroom gown, bro.
Oh,
Bathroom gowns, dude.
I'm gonna go.
What
I'm
here
going
in
to
America, we
start.
call them bathrobe.
Well, it's
Bathrobe.
fine. I've just called it a bathroom.
Yeah, a bathroom cloak. Dude, I thought it would be awesome to open up a cloak store a couple years ago. Like, wouldn't that be funny? Where, like, it could be called Cloaks, Cloaks, Cloaks.
Oh, I like that. I can't
I
say it.
just don't,
I like it.
I just don't know how many people are in the market for a cloak,
Oh,
you
dressing
know?
gown. There we go. Dickhead.
Leave it to Daihatsu Dave. A dressing gown, a bathroom gown, a toilet gown, mate. You in your fucking toilet gown. Pip fucking pip. Yeah, dude, I just wax up the bottom of the wooden shoe with some fucking winter surf wax.
Do you know what I did once when I was a kid? I used to do modern dancing when I was tiny, and my mum did it with me, and I thought I was being really kind to my mum, and I took our dancing shoes, which are like ballet shoes almost, and I waxed them and cleaned them, both of them, and the underside. So we went to go dancing, and the lady put the music on. And my mum said to my mum, "Well, you can do your routine." And my mum went in, and she went arse over tits down the other side sliding because I joined the bottom of her dance shoes. My mum was like, "What the fuck happened to my shoes?" I was like, "I cleaned them for you so they would get nicer dancing."
Fucking got him.
My mum was just
Dude,
like on her arse, zoom, down the other side.
Grom thought of a store called Clogs, Cloaks, and Crocs.
Oh my
Dude,
god,
that's so hard to say. Clogs,
I
Cloaks, Crocs.
can't. I can't. What? Say
Clog,
it again.
clogs, Cloaks, Crocs.
Clogs, cloaks, clogs, cloaks. Oh,
Clogs.
why would you
If
do
you
that?
just look at the chat, it says it right there. I'm looking at it and I can barely say it.
I,
Clogs, Cloaks, Crocs.
I mean, if I
Clogs, Croaks. I can look at it and not say it.
can I do that?
Maybe I should have been in that slow person class.
When I try to click on chats, it doesn't do anything.
You got to swipe up from the bottom.
I am swiping on my side. I've got the iPhone.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what with that fucking voodoo ass shit. You
Don't
got to get
stop
on the Android like a
on
human
me,
being.
right? Listen here. It's an iPhone. It just does what I need it to.
Listen, yeah, dude. So my favorite two Wanda words are when you say now and vanilla. Oh, dude, I wish I could spin the camera around. These people
Turn
are
your,
running around.
turn
The
your phone
person in
around.
first
Turn
place
your phone,
looks as unhappy as the person in last place.
turn your phone around.
I can't. It's plugged in and the window's blocked. It would really, it would take a lot of fumbling. I already look dumb enough.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to make myself look dumber, you know?
Well, I'm gonna go because I've got
Oh,
minimal
yeah.
percent left. My phone's gonna go.
Yeah.
Die.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thanks for the
Thank
chat.
you. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Bye.